Alright folks, Arsenal have just drawn 1-1 with Brentford, and Mikel Arteta has been brutally honest about his team's performance. In this piece, we're focusing on one crucial moment that led Arteta to say Arsenal weren't ruthless enough in the penalty box. Let's break it all down. Here's what happened. Arsenal took the lead through Madueke's goal in the 61st minute, but that advantage lasted just 10 minutes. Brentford equalized through Keane Lewis-Potter, who capitalized on Michael Coyote's long throw-in. Classic Brentford set-piece play, which they're absolutely deadly at. What really got under Arteta's skin was the moment in injury time. Gabriel Martinelli had a golden opportunity to win the match. Gabriel Jesus had laid it on a plate for him. All he had to do was slot it home. But what happened? Brentford's keeper, Kaoimhin Kelleher, rushed out aggressively and managed to close down Martinelli's shooting angle. The chance was gone. And this is where Arteta delivered his damning verdict. He said, "If you want to win here, you have to be absolutely ruthless in both boxes. Today, we weren't. Full stop, no beating around the bush." Arsenal are now just 4 points ahead of Manchester City in the table. They could have been 6 points clear with a win. And don't forget, they still have to play at the Etihad Stadium in April. So every dropped point now could be decisive come the end of the season. Arteta knows full well that the Martinelli moment could be a turning point in the title race. That's why he's not making excuses or deflecting. He's straight to the point. The team lacked efficiency in crucial moments. Beyond Martinelli's missed finish, several things made life difficult for Arsenal at Brentford's ground. First, they didn't have a single shot on target in the first half. Seriously, zero. For a team chasing the title, they should have been far more dominant from minute one. Second, Eberechi Eze, who was signed for £67.5 million from Crystal Palace, was hauled off at halftime. Arteta immediately replaced him with Martin Odegaard for the second half. This shows Arteta doesn't mess about. If your performance is poor, you're on the bench. Doesn't matter if you're the club's third most expensive signing ever. Third, Arsenal really struggled with Brentford's physical style and set-piece reliance. Arteta himself said that every time Brentford got a throw-in or free kick, it was like a casino. Anything could happen. And sure enough, Brentford's goal came from exactly that kind of situation. Despite Arteta's disappointment, it's not all bad news. Arsenal are still top of the table, still 4 points clear, and they've got an FA Cup tie against Wigan where they can rest key players. Plus, Brentford aren't pushovers by any means. They've got a solid home record and are in good form. So a draw there isn't a complete disaster. Even some Arsenal players like Declan Rice saw it as a point gained, rather than 2 points lost. What's interesting here is Arteta's management approach. He's the type of manager who's not afraid to make tough calls. Just look at how he pulled Eze at halftime, or how he previously moved on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Mesut Ozil when he felt they didn't fit the team culture. Arteta wants his team to have a genuine winner's mentality, not just looking good on paper, but executing under pressure on the pitch. And he doesn't want any players taking the safe route or going at half speed. The word ruthless that he used isn't throwaway. He wants his players to have killer instinct. When there's a chance, take it. When there's a ball in the opposition box, it has to be a goal. When there's a ball in your own box, it has to be cleared perfectly. For Arsenal, this match is an important wake-up call. They can't expect to win the title just by playing pretty football. There has to be an edge. There has to be sharpness in crucial moments. City will win plenty of matches by narrow margins, and Arsenal need to be able to do the same. Martinelli might be regretting the chance he squandered, but this is also an opportunity for him to learn. Next time, maybe he'll be calmer, more decisive, more ruthless. And for Arteta, this is crisis management practice. How does he get the team to bounce back after dropping points? How does he keep the players' mentality positive while still criticizing what needs to be criticized? Arteta said they need to raise the level, both collectively and individually. That means it's not just one or two players who need to improve. Everyone has to step up. Arsenal have a challenging schedule ahead. There's the FA Cup, then Wolves, the North London Derby against Spurs, Chelsea, and eventually City. Every match becomes a mini-final. What matters now is their response. True champions aren't defined by never falling, but by how they get back up after stumbling. Does Arsenal have that character? We'll see in the coming weeks. If we look at Arteta's journey since arriving at Arsenal, the progress has been remarkable. From a team that nearly got relegated to title contenders 3 seasons running. But here's the problem. nearly isn't enough. Arsenal fans are tired of being runners-up. This might be Arteta's biggest test yet. Can he take Arsenal that one step further? Can he instill a winning mentality like the Invincibles era? Or will they be a good team that always falls short at the death? Arteta's statement about being ruthless isn't just momentary criticism, it's a philosophy he wants to embed deep in the team's DNA. He wants Arsenal to be a team that's feared, not just respected. He wants his players to have a killer mentality on the pitch. And honestly, this is the kind of criticism Arsenal need. No sugarcoating, no excuses. Just honest assessment and high standards. Because if you want to be champions, you can't have a "this is good enough" mentality. Arsenal have the quality, the squad depth, the momentum. What they need now is execution. Kill the game when you're ahead. Score when the chance comes. Defend like your life depends on it. Simple, right? But at elite football level, the simple things are the hardest to execute consistently. So guys, now it's your turn. Do you think Arteta's criticism is fair, or is he being too harsh on his players? And most importantly, will Arsenal be able to maintain their lead until the end of the season and finally lift the Premier League trophy after 20+ years without the title? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear your take on this. Are you hashtag Team Arteta and agree Arsenal lack ruthlessness, or do you think he's being too demanding? And don't forget, if you enjoyed this analysis, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the latest football drama we cover. We've also got a poll on the community tab. Who will win the Premier League this season? Arsenal, City, or another dark horse? Stop by and vote. Share this with your Arsenal supporting mates or anyone who follows the Premier League. Let's have a healthy debate in the comments. See you in the next one.